Chapter 3. The Lord hath given this commandment in the ordering of his government, that judgment shall be executed speedily. Footnote. Ezra 7:26. Let judgment be executed speedily upon them. Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. In footnote. And also that it should be managed with the greatest respect to the ease both of governors and people. Footnote. Exodus 18:17, 18:22, 23. This thing is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee. Verse 22. So shall it be easier. Verse 23. Thou shalt be able to endure, and all the people shall go to their place in peace, viz., having judgment among themselves in their own quarters, in places of abode, and not be troubled to come to the chief court with every cause. In footnote. But particular times, means, and other circumstances the Lord hath not particularly commanded. Footnote. Exodus 18:22. Let them judge the people at all seasons. In footnote. Hence it is left unto the wisdom of the rulers to order time, means, and other circumstances for the best and most effectual attainment of the forementioned speedy and easy determination and execution of judgment, in all cases whatsoever, and in all places, cities, or towns where the people dwell. Footnote. Exodus 18:23. All the people shall go to their own place in peace. In footnote. Hence again it well accordeth with God's institution that every order do cohabit together. Footnote. Deuteronomy 1:15. I took the chief of your tribes and made them heads over you. In footnote. As near as may be, because that doth tend to facilitate both the watch and work of the Lord's government. Hence also limits of place. Footnote. Deuteronomy 21:2-3. The elders and judges shall measure unto the cities about, and the city which is next unto the slain man. Deuteronomy 16:18. Judges shalt thou make in all thy gates throughout thy tribes. In footnote. In a general observation, with allowance of some particular exceptions, as prudence and piety may require, may be useful to attain this end. Hence again, if any shall remove his habitation to a more remote place, meet it is that he do change his rulers, by choosing a ruler of 10 in the place whither he goeth to dwell. And hence it is meet that such removings and changes be made by due approbation of the rulers whence he goeth, and with the acceptance of those to whom he removeth, lest by such unstable changes as some may effect, they may slip out from under the government of the Lord, at least from under the watch and use thereof, though from the right thereof they cannot, because it is a general command to honor the father and thy mother, and lest by the confluence of unruly persons to a place more remissly governed, the government of the Lord should be undermined and scandalized. Because sin will grow apace like ill weeds, if it is not always watched and often weeded out, and fire of strife will soon flame out, if it be not speedily suppressed and quenched. And it edifieth many ways that justice should be speedily done, especially it promoteth peace and piety. Hence it is meet that rulers of 10 appoint one day in a week, solemnly to hear and determine causes, and guide the common affairs of his 10, for the more orderly, easy, and speedy proceeding of justice and peace, which are facilitated and expedited by a stated and appointed time. Footnote. Exodus 18:26. They judge the people at all seasons. The Hebrew word for seasons doth frequently in Scripture signify a stated time. In footnote. Again, it is meet that the ruler of 50 keep the court of 6, consisting of 5 rulers of 10, and himself the ruler of them, once in a month, for the more solemn proceeding of justice and appeals if need be, because the higher cases ascend, the more solemnity is in them. Footnote. Exodus 18:22. Every great matter they shall bring unto thee. In footnote. And need the more time and deliberation. I call these a court because they are an assembly of judges, among whom God promiseth to stand. Footnote. Psalm 82:1. 6 is the lowest number of this court, but they may be more, according as the orders of 10 be more under a ruler of 50. But they cannot exceed 10, because a ruler of 50 cannot, by God's institution, have more than 9 orders of 10 under him. Again, it is meet that the ruler of 100 keep the court of 3, consisting of 2 rulers of 50, and himself the ruler of them, 4 times in the year, upon the former grounds. 3 is the lowest number of this court, and it cannot exceed 4, because by God's institution he cannot have more than 3 orders of 50 under him. Again, it is meet that the ruler of 1,000 keep the court of 11, consisting of 10 rulers of 100, and himself the ruler of them, twice in a year. And here judgment runneth with greatest solemnity and majesty, I say, greatest in the single platform. 11 is the lowest number of this court, but there may be more, according as orders of 100 under him be multiplied. But they cannot exceed 20, because he cannot have above 19 orders of 100 under him. It is necessary that every court have such officers, footnote, Deuteronomy 16:18, judges and officers shalt thou make, vide Ainsworth and Locke, end footnote, to attend, as are necessary to accomplish and execute those ends for which the Lord hath instituted those courts, because the appointment of the end doth command all means requisite for the attainment of that end, being such as accords with justice and prudence. It is also necessary to have persons, footnote, Leviticus 24:12, Numbers 15:34, they put him inward, end footnote, and all other instruments for the inflicting of all kinds of punishments which the law of God appointeth. But touching the several punishments of cost, shame, or smart, and teaching the several ways of putting to death by stoning, burning, strangling, or by the sword, as also touching banishment, I am here silent, they more properly appearing in the handling of such laws which do inflict several punishments, according to the demerit of the sin, or use of terror unto others, proportioning them to the standard in the Holy Scriptures.